Hello and welcome to the Milwaukee Mile for the WSSC Water 400 for the NAPA Auto Parts Cup Series. Race number 10 on Season 9 is upon us. And we've got a good field on hand as usual to take to the track here tonight. Should be a good show. But before we get rolling, we have a few pre-race ceremonies to take care of as always. So with that, please rise for our country's national anthem. And now to say the most famous words in motorsports.
God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Engines getting fired here at Milwaukee. It's just about go time for the WSSC Water 400. Race number 10 on the Season 9 campaign. Should be a fun one. The Brake Series race was entertaining last night. Milwaukee always puts on a show here in the NAPA Auto Parts Cup Series. I expect nothing less here tonight. Somebody needs to get Logan's scheme. I don't have it, so somebody else got to get it because I don't have it. Well, actually, it might just be in the pay booth. Nope, it does not. Well, whoever made his scheme.
Logan, can you drop the ID in general, please? If you have it, I'll put it in for you.
Officials remember about the warnings list.
Got it.
Okay.
No one has the pace car?
Yeah, somebody get the pace car. Michigan's not even here. Michigan's not even here, so Radical's the only official. So it looks like I'll be officiating for the start, I guess. Pace and
I gotta get in the pace car.
No, Torino's got it. Just watch the drivers. I will also be watching. Try and watch what you think would not be on broadcast, I guess. I don't know. Because I'll be watching exciting stuff.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Hold on, I'm not ready yet. Also make sure your laps are right. Okay. I guess I'll stay in here. well, as we sit here awaiting the yellow flag to be thrown, let's go ahead and take a look at our Commanders on the grid starting lineup for tonight in Milwaukee. On the front row, taking his second pole of the season, is the 18 of Supreme, driving the Bayer Motorsports 18 to his outside, the 21 of Pango. Behind them in row 2, the 26 of Dragon, your winner last weekend off of a technicality in the Drone Strike Racing Ford Mustang, to his outside, the 47 of Forza, owner of Blaze Technology Motorsports. Behind them in row 3, a set of Bayer Motorsports teammates, the 48 of Flicker, gonna line up alongside his team owner and teammate Ford, driving the 24 as always. Behind them in row 4 is the 28 of Minus, not pictured, alongside the 20, not Minus, sorry, Hernan now, in the development car alongside the 20 of Deer. Behind them in row 5 is the 64 of Pumps, back after a suspension, going to be alongside the 31 of Zach. And then back in row 6, rounding out our field, is the 51 of Red for Java Railroad Motorsports and the 98 of Logan from Team Mobile One.
Can I go?
Yeah. You didn't have to wait on me to do that to go.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I don't know why we're still waiting. Go, just go.
Radical? All right.
Go. Oh, now Michigan's here. Pace in 2 laps. All right, well, coming around to the 1 to green. Oh yeah, you did say that. Never mind. Sorry. Coming to the 1 to green this time by. Supreme gonna lead us to the green flag here tonight. Pango will be on his outside as they all double up down the back straightaway. 40 laps the distance through stage number 1. And should be a pit stop on the way through there, so we'll see how that goes. Into the Ohio Western restart zone, and we are racing in Milwaukee. Good start for the outside. Pango going to clear Supreme into turn 1, but the 18 quit back quick to the bumper. Now they're 3 wide for the lead already. Forza all the way to the bottom. Now they're tightly packed coming off the back straightaway into turn 3. Little contact, lots of contact made. 28 of Hernan going to slide into second now. Forza away with the lead. Pango in second. Hernan now in third. Diving down into turn 1 again. Supreme on the backward slide after starting pole. Stuck on the top of 4 wide now. Oh, contact with the 20 of Deer. Able to keep it straight. Now Supreme's going to get back clear and dive down in front of his teammate Flicker on the bottom. Some contact further in the back between Zach and Ford. Ford also going backwards early. Started in row 3, P6. Now falling to the outskirts of the top 10. Fight for the lead is on, though. It's a 21 of Pango on the inside of Forza into turn 1. Gonna try and roll around the bottom. Forza gonna try and get his car pointed for a strong exit. Not quite gonna be able to do so. Pango will take the lead, and Forza not gonna get the run he was looking for. Here's Supreme trying to climb his way back up to the front after starting up there and then getting immediately shuffled. Oh,
the 98
we just have a
got
spin?
done.
Yeah, I thought we had a spin back there. 98 of Logan went around. I'm not sure what happened there. I wasn't looking at it, but let's see if the replay caught it. You'll see on the left side of your screen, or your right side of your screen here, in the big box, you'll see, yeah, it just gets turned around by the 64 of Pumps. Looks like Pumps just shipped it in too hard and got right in the back of the 98 and turned him around. Pumps back in the car after a 2-week suspension following Ohio, and not starting his re-entry race off right, already turning the 98 around. Forza slipping back from the 21 of Pango, now falls into the clutches of the 28 of Hernan. Had a strong run in the break series last night. Now just behind these two, the 48 of Flicker also makes his way into the frame. As Forza clears, Flicker will take his spot on the outside of the 28. Now going to look to the inside as they come through turn 1. 18 up in the wall. Has not been the start to this race that Supreme has been looking for at all. I think you can see the frustration building up inside the helmet of that 18 early.
Oh my, the 64 is wall riding.
Stuck between two Drone Strike Racing teammates right now. Oh, deer up into the wall. Some contact from the 28, I believe it looked like. Got a 5-car cluster, you know what, down here. Or I guess Fuster Cluck, 5-car Fuster Cluck. Coming through turns 1 and 2 right here. 26 of Dragon now to the head. This is all for position number 4 on the racetrack. And then it's single file up ahead of them. The 21 of Pango leading the way and driving away at that. But 3 and 4 wide all over the racetrack. And now the 20 going to get jackknifed in front of the 18 and 28. Almost go around, but he's going to get it straightened back out. Oh, now the 18 into the wall with the 28. Supreme cannot be happy inside that 18 car. Just getting shuffled every time he tries to make a pass. Dropping positions every time he tries to gain one. But now that pack has dispersed. Dragon now into 4th, trying to chase down the 48 of Flicker for P3 as they run. Right now, let's take a look at our RPM rundown for tonight at Milwaukee. So we've got the note of this traditionally being a very bottom lane dominant racetrack, but my co-announcer last night, Ford, during the Break Series race mentioned that this track is wearing, and you see that darker pavement on the bottom right there in turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that's the newest pavement on the racetrack, aside from that dark black that you see on pit road and down the back straightaway. But that was done a few years ago. It's starting to even out with the rest of the racetrack now. So not as much grip down there on the bottom as there was comparative to the rest of the racetrack. And I think that's really allowing these drivers to hang the cars out, you know, run this track to the full potential, run it wall to wall. And we're seeing that a lot this weekend. But after that, we've got very heavy braking on these corner entries. You can just look at the speeds down on the bottom of your screen. You'll see that they're braking down from about 180 miles an hour down to about 110, 115 in the corners here. That's a lot of wear on these brakes, a lot of wear on the drivers, and something to keep an eye on all night. Will we see some dive bombs being sent here later in the race and blame it on the brakes? We don't know, but something to keep an eye on. And then we've also got the fact that corner exit is crucial. That's another factor of why we're seeing these interesting lines, just like we saw in New Orleans a few weeks ago. Swinging it high through the center, getting the car pointed, and then getting a good straight line exit. That's how you make your hay around Milwaukee, and that's how Supreme won the pole, doing that. But now currently struggling to make his way back forward. And then we've got the final note on the RPM rundown. How long can the drivers make it? We saw last night in the break series that with this abrasive surface, the tires were actually what spurred people to hit pit road before the fuel, which is not usually how it works here in the NAPRA, but definitely interesting to see. We had a lot of drivers come to pit road at the end of stage 1 with tire issues, running them bare, and even some of them blowing tires. So Will if the Cup Series drivers were watching that last night, will they keep that in mind, and will they plan accordingly? We'll have to see. As we're closing in on 20 laps into this race. Forza now your leader. Not sure how he got by Pengo or what happened to the 21. But Forza now your leader. Pengo in second. Dragon and Flicker continuing to fight for third behind these two. Also a strong run for the 28 of Hernan. Hernan earned a Cup Series license and was in the Cup Series for a few races with, I can't remember who, it might be Jarrero. But now, racing this 28 development car, the Breast Cancer Awareness number 28, good looking white and pink car for a good cause as well. Giving it a good run inside the top 5 here early at Milwaukee. Moving further back once again, checking back in on the 18 of Supreme, now all over the back bumper of the 20 of Deer. Supreme on the inside is going to take that spot for the time being. Deer going to try and charge up a big run down this back straightaway. Not quite going to be able to. Supreme will take advantage. Racing going on all over the racetrack here at Milwaukee. Love to see it. Got battles all over the place, especially this battle for fourth now as the 26 of Dragon has gotten by the 48 and driven away. The 28 trying to do the same. Looks to me like Flicker has a very strong short run car, but as we go on further on these tires and further on this first initial run, that car is starting to fall off. Definitely time to make adjustments, but not falling off, exemplar, extremely bad, but definitely not the pace that you're going to need all night if you're going to want to race for the win. We see a lot of long runs here at Milwaukee, not really caution field races, so a long run is key to having a good night here in Milwaukee. Oh! Close call between those two off of 2. More contact made. Now the 28 drifting into turn 3 underneath the 48. Flicker still unrelenting to let this spot go though. And I think he's got a few more laps to be this aggressive, but the 28 is going to go by now. I say he has a few more laps because the gap behind him back to his teammate Supreme is pretty sizable, but looks like he decides better and will let the 28 go by, knowing that he's faster this early in the race. I'd rather lose 1 spot than lose 2 trying to fight for 1. And here comes the 48 to pit road actually. So looks like Flicker feeling the tires going away, going to come to pit road and kick off our first green flag cycle. Perfect stop for the 48. Now when will we see the rest of the field pit? No takers yet as Flicker finishes up his service and comes around the access road. So Flicker now the only car a lap down. But because of that strategy, because of 4 fresh tires on the car, he will definitely be much faster than all the guys he's racing around. We'll see if he can get himself back on the lead lap before the 47 comes to pit road. Here comes the leader. Forza down on the pit road from the lead. P2 Pengo going to stay out, as well as the majority of the field. 26 Dragon into the inside wall going into turn 1. Forza, the clean stop. Not going to take much fuel. Might have only taken 2 tires. We'll see how that works out for him. You know, let's go see what he took. Yeah, 2 tires and a quarter fuel for Forza. Here's the 21 of Pengo coming down the pit road, as well as the 28 of Hernan. Oh, out of his box for Hernan. Bounced off the pit wall. Pengo taking 2 tires and half a tank of fuel. Hernan taking no tires and only half fuel. Ford taking 4 tires and a full tank of fuel. 51 taking 2 tires, half fuel. 31 4 tires, filling it up with Sunoco, or VP race fuel, sorry. Ford now down and away. 26 of Dragon coming down on the pit road. Let's see what the call is for him. Last car to stop, going to be 2 tires and half a tank of fuel. So that is everybody. That is everybody's hit pit road now, I believe. I don't know if Supreme still hasn't pit. So when Supreme's the only... No, Deer hasn't pit either. Yeah. Oh, Deer's on pit road now, and he's sped on entry. And past his box, it looks like, so he's going to have to back up. Troublesome stop. First stop of the night for Deer. Oh, he's out of tires. Yeah, he's out of tires. Struggling to get the car inside the box. He's the 18 of Supreme on the pit road. Oh, and he slides through his box. Supreme also might have been out of tires. And just slid through his box. Costly mistakes trying to employ the strategy. But both of those drivers are going to have to serve penalties. Now let's see how it cycles out. Forza looks like will still be your leader. And a massive gap back to second place behind him. Who would it be? 21 of Pengo. So the 2-tire strategy prevails for Forza as he grows a massive gap over second place, coming to the end of stage 1. Drone Strike Racing teammates running second and third. And then Flicker in fourth. So the undercut does not proving worthy yet. Definitely got time to adjust on that strategy. We'll see if Flicker can maybe get it right and get the undercut to be a little bit more effective next time around. We'll see how these 2 tires hold up for Forza as well. That'll be interesting. Definitely will have enough fuel to make it to the end, but will he be able to make it back to pit road with no tire issues? We will see. Supreme just finishing up his penalty drive through pit road. Gonna come out right in front of the 47 of Forza. So we'll see if Supreme can stay on the lead lap here. Coming to the end of stage 1. I know the 20 of Deer would love him to, so he would get one of his laps back through the free pass. And I'm sure Supreme would love to stay on the lead lap as well, to not have to start all the way at the back when he does take the free pass. 3 laps to go now in stage number 1 as Forza brings us to it. Battle for second heating up between DSR teammates. Playoff points on the line. Or I guess more playoff points. The entire top 5 receive stage points. The top 3 receive playoff points. So 26 looking to get a few more points on his teammate. Pit road closes as we take 2 laps to go in the stage. Forza coming off of turn 4 to see the white flag in stage number 1. gaining on the 18 of Supreme. Will he be aggressive and try and put him a lap down? We'll see. If he were to do that, that would be to the detriment of his own teammate, Deere, preventing him to get one of his laps back, and it looks like Force is going to let the 18 go. So rounding turns 3 and 4 for the final time in stage number 1. To the green and white checkered flag, it's Forza. For the 10th time this season, he will win stage number 1. Pengo will hold off his teammate for second. Dragon takes third. Flicker takes fourth. And the 51 of Red will pick up 5th place stage points. A good result for him and that team. While we're talking about Jarrero Motorsports and the 51 of Red, let's talk about his teammate, your winner last weekend, the 50 of Taylor. A disqualification was levied over the week for the 50 car. Crossed the line first, but post-race inspection did not go so well for this team. And you'll see the quote on the right side of your screen. It says, these guys wanted to make the impression that they, the 50 team, had that Joey Laguna aura to the fan base, so they decided to illegally modify the fuel tank of the car. They gave them a big fuel advantage coming to the end, as we saw last weekend. The 50 was able to play some nice strategy and win on a fuel consumption race. And sounds like they haven't been getting enough lessons from Team Penske. The quote from Ben Regan, the director of post-race inspections for the NAPRA. So, win was taken away, given to the 26 of Dragon, who crossed the line second. And yeah, heartbreak for the 50 car. First career win taken away in post-race inspection. Busy pit road, no issues, no major issues though. Everybody gonna stay below that blue line. Except the 20 of Deere. Pit row open once again. 28 of Hernan taking the wave around, excuse me. Deere also took a wave around, and he will get the free pass, so he will find himself back on the lead lap, as Hernan also finds himself back on the lead lap, staying out and taking the double wave around. All right, well, looks like we're going green. Forza and Dragon making up your front row. Behind them, Bear Motorsports teammates. Ford, Flicker, and Supreme going middle 3 wide for some reason. And we are green flag back green at Milwaukee. Three wide down the front straightaway for a moment. Dragon getting swarmed by Bear Motorsports Chevrolets. Forza trying to drive away with the lead while they're back there squabbling. Little big slide from the 26 of Dragon. Going to get right in between teammates Flicker and Ford. Going to get a bump from the 24 and carry on into third. Deere now in fourth after getting a free pass and taking Wave around. Back on the lead lap, racing for position here. Going to get shoved up the track by the 26 of Dragon. Now they're 4 wide down the back straightaway going into turn 3. 31 going to give as well as the 24, it looks like. Four wide again down the straightaway. 3 wide entering turn number 1. Oh, contact between teammates nearly around is the 31. Car up in the wall. Race for the lead, not quite over yet. We talked about Flicker having a short run car in the first run. We'll see if they maybe improved on that car, gave him some long run speed, going to be able to stay with the 47 over the course of this run. Let's see. But right now it looks like Forza pulling away regardless of 48 guy having a short run or long run car. Coming to 35 laps to go in stage number 2. Oh, 26 sliding into turn 1. Big bump from the 26 to the 18. Dragon will take that spot. No more contact coming through 1 and 2. Seeing a pretty physical race here tonight at Milwaukee. Lots of beating and banging. I don't think we saw this much contact in the break series last night. But Milwaukee racing like a short track, at least the drivers on each other. 26 still trying to work the inside of the 18. Not going to be able to do it yet. Here's the 50 of Taylor joining the field. First went to the line last weekend, had the win taken away in post-race inspection. Three-car battle continuing to go on. Now with the 18, 26, and the 20 inserting himself into this one. Deere a lap down, but running inside the top 5 on track. Got solid pace inside that 20 car. Coming out of the same shop as the leader, Forza. Both from the Blaze Technology Motorsports camp. Excuse me. Oh, tight entry to turn 1 right there. Now Ford on the back bumper of his teammate Supreme, looking to knock on the door of this battle for 4th. Another consistent top 10 run right outside the top 5 for the 24 of Ford. Just got to keep putting those together, and that's how you find yourself in the battle for a top 5 position in the points. Speaking of, let's take a look at the points coming into tonight at Milwaukee. Atop the points once again, the 47 of Forza, but only 6 points back is the 26 of Dragon as we watch him fight for 4th here, with 3rd place in points is the 18 of Supreme. So, oh wow, big contact from the 24 to the 26. Got a car on pit road, 28 of Hernan. Took a wave around last caution, so did not come to pit road. Gonna slide above the blue line. I'm sure the officials saw that. Unfortunate for Hernan. That'll likely put him 3 laps down. Still going back and forth. Supreme now to fourth. Gonna clear. Big send from Dragon, though, sliding into the corner. To the back bumper of the 18. '24 Ford waiting in the wings, looking for an opportunity to attack. Get by both of them with one swift move. The 20 of Deer is absolutely ripping through the field right now. Very impressive. Regardless of him being a lap down, he is running right with the leaders, running right through them at that. Now on the back bumper of the 48 of Flicker, who is sitting third on the racetrack. That 20 car has got good pace. I think the field should be worried for him to get back on the lead lap, barring no catastrophe on this upcoming stage caution. I think the field should keep an eye on him and watch him. Diving onto pit road is the 21, 48, and 20 all at the same time, following the 51 as he exits. Just a lap after Forza, I believe. Or no, Forza pit, yeah. 24 Ford also on pit road. Quick service for the 21 of Pango, not so much for the 48 and 20, taking 4 tires, I would have to assume. 24 Ford also following suit, 4 tires under that Bear Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro. Toughest access road to get off of, one of, if not the most challenging pit road access road to get off of. 26 of Dragon on pit road. And once again, the 18 of Supreme running long. Let's see if it works out for him this time. Did not work out for him at all last time. We had green flag pit stop, slid through his box. I believe his tires were basically bald and just slid right through his box. When he did come to pit road, had to serve a penalty drive through, cost him any chance at stage points. But coming around, still not coming to pit road, gonna go another lap. This is an interesting strategy call, maybe hoping for a caution, but the longer that he stays out on these older tires, the more time he's gonna lose to the cycle leader, Forza, on fresh tire or fresher tires, taking 2 once again is Forza, but we've got significantly more laps left in this stage than we did last stage comparative to when the pit road cycle started. So those 2 tires might not last on the 47. 18 car on pit road. Oh, now this time he's not far enough in his box. Supreme, more pit road woes. Trying to overcompensate for the mistake last time on the green flag stop. He has those rear tires on the line, and that is a penalty. Oh, 18 around. Coming off a pit road, I believe, after serving his penalty. Just went spinning all the way up the racetrack into the wall, right in front of the leader. Trying to get off of pit road after serving his penalty, and did not catch the blue line. That'll be another drive-through penalty for Supreme. Catastrophe in stage number 2. Gonna go a lap down. Now he's just got to manage to stay 1 lap down, but the way that this 20 of Deer is running, he might not even be secure to stay 1 lap down. We'll see if he can get off the access road cleanly this time. He can. Now just behind him, here comes the 20 of Deer, racing with the 48 and 26, just as Supreme was coming onto pit road before this green flag cycle. And Deer's going to pull up right to the back bumper of the 18. So this is the battle for the free pass right here between the 18 and the 20. Supreme now a lap down after multiple drive-throughs on this most recent cycle. And Deere knows this for the free pass as well. You see him wasting no time to get by the 18. Contact made into the wall, goes Supreme a little bit. This battle is for position. The battle behind these two is for position between the 48 and 26. This is for third in the stage right here with 7 to go. Excuse me. Oh my God, I said it. 7 laps to go. Deere around the outside will clear for the free pass. And Flicker will clear for third over Dragon for now. Supreme got a few laps fresher tires than Deere, though. Pit a few laps later and did not get much time. Well, no, he also spun, though, so that might just even them out if you know, maybe even put Supreme a little behind Deere on tires. But Deere has got incredible pace inside that Shell Pennzoil number 20 Ford Mustang. And I think the field should be worried. I'm a parrot what I said before. I think the field should be worried for when Deere gets back on the lead lap, because he will be coming to the front in a hurry, especially with something to race for, with the lead to race for. Four laps to go in stage number 2 now. Forza looking to sweep the stages for the 4th consecutive race in a row. But he hasn't won in the past 3 races. Those 3 being Ohio, Atlanta, and Michigan. Forza has swept the stages. And his last win was 2 weeks before Ohio at New Orleans. His second on the season after winning at Phoenix, the 3rd race of the year, went then and won at his home track, New Orleans, in a thrilling finish with the 24 of Ford. 3 laps to go now. 20 of Deere well up the road from the 18. Now Flicker trying to get by his teammate as well, the 26 of Dragon. Back and forth, looking to pick up some playoff points at the end of this stage. Supreme, no, not going to play nice with his teammate. Going to run him up the racetrack, way up the racetrack, into the wall. And now here's the 26 of Dragon right back on the back bumper of Flicker for 3rd in the stage. Remember, the top 5 all receive stage points. The top 3 in the stages receive playoff points. And now the 26 is on the inside of the 48. Flicker will clear off of turn 2, but close calls for Flicker for sure. Forza takes the white flag in stage 2. Here come Flicker and Dragon around to the white flag. Flicker trying to defend for his life for these final this final 1 playoff point in the stage. Oh, gonna get jackknifed with his teammate Supreme. Gonna get the worst teammate award here at Milwaukee. Flicker last ditch attempt to dive it in on the 26, get his 3rd place back. To the line, Dragon's gonna take 3rd in the stage. Caution flag is out. Forza sweeps the stages. Pango quietly takes 2nd in stage number 2. And Dragon, in an eventful finish, with a little help from Flicker's teammate Supreme, will take the final playoff point in stage number 2. I'm not sure what Supreme was thinking racing with his teammate that hard. Already lost the free pass to Deere. He was well up the road and yeah, just stayed in front of his teammate and jackknifed him down the back straightaway on the white flag of the stage. So I'm sure Flicker's not happy. I wouldn't be. And a playoff point might not seem that big this early in the season, but once we get into the playoffs, and every playoff point you gather through the regular season, every point you gain matters. If Flicker doesn't advance into one of these rounds, I'm sure he's going to look right at this stage finish and look at this playoff point and say, is that why I didn't advance? Pit road is open. Everybody on the lead lap is coming. 47 of Forza first into his box. Contact on entry between the 18 and 21. Going to slide out of his box. Everybody taking 4 tires and filling it up with fuel. The race off will go to Forza. Flicker jumps to second, picking up 2 spots on the 26 and 21. So Deere will get the free pass, and Supreme could take a wave around, but he came to pit road, so the 50 and 28 though both take a wave, so they will get 1 lap back. Pit road open once again. Oh, got a car backwards on pit road. That's the 50 of Taylor. One of the tightest pit roads that we come to on the circuit. And Tay just found out how difficult it is. Oh. Let's take another look at that contact on pit road between Supreme and Pango that caused the 21 to get a penalty. Send him to the back for this upcoming restart. You see the 21 get into his box, slide through it, actually into the 18's box. Supreme trying to get into his box, gonna run right into the 21, then Pango backing up, gonna slide through his box after he's already initiated the stop, so that'll be a penalty for Pango. No penalty for Supreme though, as he waited until all 4 tires were in the box to start his. But trouble on pit road, the name of the game here at Milwaukee. Double file for the restart. Forza once again your leader on the bottom. Now the 31 of Zach gonna make up the outside line behind or beside him. Bear Motorsports teammates in row 2 through the Ohio Edison restart zone. We're back green at Milwaukee. Stage 3 underway. Lots of contact going into 1. 31 way up the track and into the wall. 48 of Flicker right up behind the top 2. Down the back straightaway. Now it's speed into turn 3. Contact from Forza. Going to get into the 31. Put him in the wall. He's trying to hang tough on the outside though. Pinball between the 47 and the wall. Staying tough on the top. Now Flicker going to get into the back of the 47 for the lead. Down on the bottom. Pango moves to 3rd. Been a quietly strong day for the 21. Now can he make some noise and take the lead? A big slide for Pango after making contact with the 48. Able to keep the car underneath him, but he's going to lose he's going to lose 1 position. Massive save for Pango in turn 3. Let's take another look at it coming into turn number 3. Tried to get into the back of Flicker and muscle him out of the way, but that ended up just getting himself out of shape. You'll see it right here. Yeah, just makes contact. Car goes straight. Excuse me. Good save by Pango, though, to not cause a massive wreck right in the middle of the field. Take a look at it one more time. Down into turn 3. Drives right into the back of the 48. His back of the car starts to come around, but able to correct it with a little help from the wall. And he continues on. 24 of Ford now in P5 following the restart. And look just behind him, the 20 of Deere back on the lead lap. Showed exemplary pace on the back end of that stage 2 run, even being a lap down. So I was warning the field, be worried if he gets back on the lead lap, and here he is, diving to the inside of the 24, looking to the inside, trying to get inside the top 5 and go chase down his teammate Forza for the win. Just under 50 laps to go at Milwaukee. Pango back to second. Oh! Woo! Close call off of turn 4 for the 20 of Deere, as well as the 48 of Flicker. That attenuator was looking real hungry right there. As now Deere's sideways fishtailing through turn 2 with a little help from the 24 of Ford. They're both going to lose a ton of time. Oh, jackknifed the 18 into the wall. Can he save it? Can he get it straightened out? Gonna hit the wall and lose some time, but he will get the car straight. Will stay green. Oh, the 18's around. Spinning around in turn 3 and turn 4 is the 18 of Supreme. What happened? Catastrophic restart for the 18 of Supreme. Deere advancing up to 4th place by the 48 of Flicker. Let's take another look at what was this? What happened? I don't remember. Oh yeah, the close call for Deere. A little not Hans, check a I don't know. Probably pooped his pants though. 3 wide, trying to be 3 wide coming off of turn 4. Flicker trying to cross all the way from the bottom. Go split the middle between Deere and Zach. 31 didn't go all the way to the wall. 48 thought he was going to. They made contact. Flicker went down into Deere. Able to get it straightened out. Deere a few feet away from that attenuator wall, which would have been a hellacious impact. Take a look at it one more time, uninterrupted. Yeah, wow. Doesn't get much closer than that. Everybody able to continue on, though. Deere in 4th. Zach just up the road in 3rd, following his teammate Pango in 2nd, but all of them chasing the 24, or the 47 of Forza in the lead. Here's Zach on his teammate for 2nd. 31, a winner on the season already. Won in the 2nd race of the year at Las Vegas in a thrilling finish. Got it done over Flicker. Highly suggest you go watch that one back. Finish to be remembered for sure. But he will go around his teammate Pango for 2nd now. Looks like they finally gotten that 31 car rolling how Zach needs it to. Has not shown his face anywhere near the top 5 up until this point. Now making his way through the top 5, now to 2nd. See what he has for the 47 of Forza as we progress through this long run. Still got a pit stop on the horizon, maybe 2 even, depending on when we see our first wave of cars hit pit road. Pango not yet relinquishing 2nd place, though. Going to go back to the inside of his teammate through 3 and 4. And Pengo will take second back from Zach. That rhymed. .48 of Flicker is looking like he's going backwards in a hurry. So whatever most recent adjustment they made to that car did not help the long run at all. This might be the worst long run we've seen him have all night. His teammate Ford just behind him in 6th, looking to take his top 5 spot. 48 might be looking to come to pit road here soon. Flicker and that 48 team have made it their trademark to be the first one on the pit road, be the first one to try the undercut strategy. And he's done it tonight as expected. Big send from Ford to the inside, or to the nearly to the back of his teammate. Now it's going to allow Dragon to go to his inside though. Closing in on 30 laps to go here in the WSSC Water 400. Making our way through a long run pit road, or green flag pit cycle on the horizon. So let's take this opportunity to transition to our forecast with Forrest. Crank it up. What could be the final green flag pig cycle of tonight has just wrapped up. You saw it while we were under Crank It Up. Forza, once again, trying to take the two-tire strategy and play it into his hand. But this is the longest run we're going to have tonight after a green flag pit stop. So can those two tires on that 47 hold out to the end? Or will the four tires of everybody else behind him take advantage? I personally don't think that those two tires that Forza has will be able to last him until the finish of the race. It's going to be close. Or no, he took four tires. Never mind, he took four tires. 26 took two tires. 48 took two. Never mind. He only took half fuel though. 51 took two tires. Oh, never mind. Anyway, it's embarrassing. I think the fuel can last. The fuel will probably be able to last. Once again, Dragon and Flicker find themselves battling for position on the racetrack, this time for P5. Flicker currently has it. And then just ahead of these two, what was a three-car battle is now turning into a two-car battle, as Pengo's starting to pull away from his teammate Zach and the 20 of Deer. But now, really starting to even out between all three of them. Well, again, let's take another look at our points coming into tonight. Forza looking for a massive point stay to boost his lead over Dragon. Dragon should be safe, though, to hold second over Supreme, not having the best of nights, and third. Right now, that 18 car is hoping for a caution. Although a well-timed caution. Like, right now, he would not want a caution because the free pass would go to the 51 of red that he's racing with. Not the best night for either of these two. But a caution could put either one of them right back in it. Right now, in the position for the free pass is... Oh, wait, no, red's on the lead lap. So, no, Supreme's racing the 28 of Hernan, sorry. But Supreme in danger of going 2 laps down. It's just behind him. 47 of Forza, your leader. No. No. Contact coming down the front straightaway. 51 going to get turned around by the 18 right in front of the leader. Gonna make contact with the 47, but not slow him down too much. What was that about? Let's have another look. You see, going down into turn 1, we saw these two door banging coming down the front straightaway just ahead of the road, just up the road of the 47. And then right here is where we cut to them, and 51 just running the 18 all the way down to the inside wall. Supreme's got no room. He can't go anywhere, and 51 keeps turning left, and around he goes into the wall, and spinning in turn 1. See Forza trying to take evasive maneuvers all the way to the wall, but Red gonna get into the door. Not slow Forza down too badly. Already got a massive gap. See this one last time. Not sure what the 51 was doing. You're not racing for a lap. Well, now you are. But he was on the lead lap. 18 was already a lap down. And just completely disregarding his room. It's been that type of night for the 51 of Red. Not the strongest performance by any means. Just looking to make it to the finish and move on to next weekend. By the way, we will be at Saskatchewan? Yes, we will be at the road course of Saskatchewan. A brand new model, by the way, for this season. Credits to Nick and thanks to Nick. But we will be at Saskatchewan, one of the league favorite road courses next weekend. Should be a fun one. Second road course of the season for the Cup Series. First one was Circuit of the Americas in Frando. Got it done there. Not present here tonight. The Break Series will have an off week next weekend before both series are back together next weekend. The next weekend, sorry, at Nashville. Super Speedway, not Fairgrounds. Oh. Contact between teammates. Oh, and a bad night turns worse for the 51 of Red. Speeding on pit entry. And just a few laps away from it being over, Red. That's all I can really say. Forza coming to 5 laps to go. This battle for second is not quite over. If the 21 and 31 get into it, Deere is right there to insert himself into this conversation for second as well. But these two are teammates. Zach is an experienced racer, a veteran to the league. He knows how hard to race others, and he knows when to be aggressive and how to race his teammates. So I'm sure Zach will never or won't maliciously do anything to hinder his or his teammates' finishing positions. As now the 21 slides up, 31 takes advantage to the inside. Pango going to get a strong run off, get back clear of the 31. Zach trying to hang on to the left rear quarter panel. Can't quite do it. Pango again with the good corner or exit. Now 3 laps to go as Forza comes across the line. Now Zach's able to hang on the inside of his teammate. Oh, 21 tried to shut the door, but Zach was there, not backing out that time. Too late to do that in the race. But again, another strong run off the corner for Pango. White flag is out here in the WSSC Water 300. Forza, the first one to take it. Been a dominant performance from the 47. Been a while since he's gotten a win. Just about 5 races or so. But now he's going to round to turn 4 and see the checkered flag here at Milwaukee. Forza, your winner of the WSSC Water 400. Second place going to go to Deere, I think. according to the ticker over Pango. So a great final charge for Deere to take second from the Drone Strike Racing teammates. Flicker brings that Bear Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro home in P5, rounding out the top 5. Ford a solid P6, following up his teammate. But the star of the show all night long, the 47 of Forza, winning the WSSC Water 400. Forza, your winner at Milwaukee, gets to burn it down here in front of the fans. Got to see a great race, another great race. These Milwaukee race fans are just getting accustomed to great races here at this racetrack. They love this track. They love it when we come to town, and so do we. Milwaukee always putting on a show here in the NAPRA. And Forza once again claiming another victory at this racetrack. I believe that's not back-to-back at Milwaukee. I think Frando won it last year. But regardless, win number 3 on the season for Forza comes tonight at Milwaukee. Here he is, 47 car in BGE Victory Lane. Your winner of the WSSC Water 400, Forza. And now it's time for some interviews. Interview time. Alright, well, Pango's gone, but he finished second. Deer's still here. So I interviewed Deer. Deer finished third-ish. No, he left the game. Okay, well, never mind. Geez, the entire top 5 except for Flicker. I can't interview him. Because Deer won't accept it. Pango left already. Zach and oh, now Deer's up. Hello, Deer.
How's it going?
I guess we'll do a virtual interview with Deer, driver of the number 20 Ford Mustang for BTM. a valiant effort tonight to finish P3 at Milwaukee after being a lap down at one point, but a great run for you and the team. First race back after suspension. So tell me how it feels to be back in the car, and tell me how the race went for you inside the car.
Yeah, it feels good to always be back in the race car. But yeah, that was my fault. I sped on pit road early, put myself in a bad position. Couldn't get any stage points, so I had to work my way back up through stages 1 and 2. Then that last stage, I just dug deep, drove the car as hard as I could, and I managed to get to P3. So, shout out to Forza for giving me this opportunity. Shout out to BTM. Shout out to Shell. And yeah, we'll go get them next week.
All right, enough said. Hopefully you can get it done next week in the Saskatchewan. All right, now we'll interview Flicker. Here on pit road with Flicker, driver of the number 48 Bear Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro. Flicker, a top 5 on the night after running right inside the top 5 all night. Solid run for you in the 48 team. Tell me what more you needed out of the car, and tell me how the race went for you inside the race car.
We had a good night for the most part. Ran up near the front, showed pace, but I just struggled with the handling on the long run. It just did not handle well. It was tight off the corners. It was there was a lot that could have been worked on during the race. I just struggled off the corners and didn't have the ability to really have pace off them and produce runs. So that was that. But yeah, I mean, it was okay for the most part. I enjoyed the race. It was pretty clean. The fishing, it was pretty good. So I'm just gonna take this momentum into next week at Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I like how you said that. One of the best road racers in the league. Hopefully you can get it done next week in Saskatchewan. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll move right down pit road one box to his teammate Ford. A P6 on the night here at Milwaukee for you, one of your favorite tracks. Treats you just outside the top 5, so tell me how the night went for you. We saw you scrapping it out most of the night, further back in the pack, but 24 car ends up P6 Ford.
Yeah, the beginning of the race started off like crap. I mean, it was just really slow to start. I guess midway through, well, really just after stage 2, I felt decently quick. Especially, I felt a lot faster on slower or on older tires. Older tires, I think I definitely did better against their half of the field. New tires, we were not that great. We just corner exit, I could not get it down, but maybe just a couple laps the whole race. I mean, I just couldn't get exit down that much. It's just difficult for me for whatever reason. I do want to apologize to the 20. I did not mean to basically straight dump him like I tried to do the second time. Well, I didn't try to do it. The first time after he ruffled up the 48, I did, but that second time I went at him, I did not mean to. Honestly, I think we came out better than I thought we were going to, like a half hour into it. I'm just excited for these next 4 weeks, especially Saska next week, so that'll be fun.
All right, yeah. You've verbally mentioned that Saskatchewan is one of your favorite tracks, so we'll see how you fare there next weekend. Thanks for talking to me, Ford.
No problem.
All right, and for our final interview, we'll talk to the man who had a pretty rough night. Oh wait, Supreme's not even in the game anymore. All right, well, another virtual interview. Supreme, not the night you were looking for after starting the race on the pole, finishing 2 laps down. Tell me what the issue was all night, and where'd the qualifying pace go, I guess.
I don't know. Those 2 drive-throughs definitely did not help though. But I don't know where to start, honestly. I definitely could have been a lot better. Drive-throughs didn't help. I won't say that didn't have the same car speed, but like traffic kind of just, you know, clean air doesn't exist in this league, but you know, racing a bunch of people kind of just it's a little harder. Saw how when Forza and Pango kind of got it in front, it was just, you know, smooth sailing. I wish I kind of got that, especially towards the start of the race. But yeah, I'm not gonna blame anybody but myself for that, for not really doing what it took to try and get back into the race. So we'll look to Saskatchewan. It's a road course. Last time we raced there, we got a top 5. So hopefully we can see another top 5.
All right, well, not the night that the 18 team wanted after starting on the pole, but got some good optimism going next weekend to Saskatchewan. Thanks, Supreme.
Yeah.
All right, and that'll do it for our coverage of the WSSC Water 400 from the Milwaukee Mile. Forza got his 3rd win on the year at Milwaukee, one of his best racetracks. He dominates and gets it done. And as I mentioned a few times, we'll be back turning right and left next weekend at Saskatchewan up north in Canada. Should be a good show. But with that, thank you all for watching. We'll be back next weekend, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday and Sunday as always for the Cup Series and the Break Series. Only Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Cup Series. Saskatchewan Break Series has an off week. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Hope everybody has a good night. This is King signing off.